greetings and aloha, and as always, mahalo for tuning in to this episode of DokoGaTV, part 3 of our Peru Splendor video diary series, right here on Hawaii News Now, K5, KHNL, and Hawaiian Airlines in-flight entertainment. From the heart-thumping humidity of the Amazon to the cool coastal charm and setting of this episode, our DokoGaTV nonstop travel troupe traded toucans for traffic and critters for cathedrals as we flew from the rainforest wilds to the urban wonders of Lima, Peru's pulsing political, culinary, and cultural capital. For our trek around this amazing locale, our tour director, Mauricio, introduced us to Lima expert, Adrian, who got us in-depth, unprecedented filming access to an extremely significant historic highlight of this city. Folks, good morning. We're in a very special location here with a very special gentleman, Adrian. Welcome to DokoGaTV.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time today. This has been an amazing tour. You know, we just got here from the Amazon last night in the beautiful city of Miraflores, and we're standing in front of the Basilica and Convent of San Francisco. I know this is a very key historical landmark and place to visit.
Yeah, it's one of the highlights of the historic district of Lima, which has been designated by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1991. It's because of compounds like this that you can trace back to the late 1500s. So the very building you're looking at behind us, it's a basilica, one of the 14 basilicas in Peru, meaning that's a pope's household, part of whose iconography. So this is one of 70 churches that you can find today in the historic district of Lima in a relatively small area of 9 by 13 city blocks. So this is clearly because of the presence of the Spanish Inquisition.
How did that affect, life here before that period started in the 15th, 16th century?
Well, it certainly was a time of changes for Peru. The Spanish conquest in 1532, it brought Christianity. And one of the major goals, converting all the indigenous people to Christianity.
I had the opportunity to go through to Madrid and to Portugal and the various cities in between. There were times where, Moors or Muslims, Christians, Jews all lived together and could coexist before the Inquisition started. I know for some of those places, the various people that occupied at the time affected the aesthetics of the actual church or monastery. Do we find that here as well? Like, there's a Moorish influence and different kinds of influence?
That's a good question. But actually, you don't find so much in the architecture as you find it in the fine arts when it comes to paintings and sculptures.
Wow. Oh, this is beautiful. And this was built in the 16th century?
Yes. The construction began as soon as the Spaniards established the capital city of Lima in the 1530s. But a lot of what you see had to be rebuilt after the catastrophic earthquake in 1655.
Ah, okay.
Technically, the sacristy is just the dressing room. This is a little excessive for, just the functionality of a walk-in closet, in other words. But it was a way of celebrating the canonization of their saint in 1729, Saint Francis Solano.
So now we're here at the catacombs.
Yes. There's an estimation that goes around 20,000 people.
20,000, okay.
Might have been right here. In the total span of the time the place has been used, which goes all the way from the very 1500s through year 1810, which is when Lima finally came up with construction of this public cemetery. Because to that very moment, believe it or not, cemeteries were not common. Where these spaces were treated as a privilege to those benefactors, those well-to-do families whose money built and ornated all these spaces. So
donated
they were
to the church, donated to the church.
To the church. So that was the benefit they got back from friars. It was like a ticket to heaven, back then. It was very special.
Let's take a look.
Sure, let's go. Catacombs is only a commercial name for a place that was built to be crypts.
And we have already our first
bones, yes.
First set of remains here.
The bones you're looking at are real, but the way they have been has been staged, presented, and sorted in the mid-20th century when they made the decision of opening the place to visitors.
Oh yeah, like right here, everywhere.
Yeah, you see that? Well, not only the bones that are quite impressive to find, but also the layout of these steps. This is clearly an axis that connected this crypt with the church. This was a crypt, and you had no other way of accessing here than walking those steps down from a church. This was built even later to allow the bones from those skeletons that were collected from those graves to take a different space so they gain more room for more burials. The place was somehow limited in space, so over time, through many years, the place eventually got packed and had more room for more people. So decided like exhumating and piling those bones up in the way they're presented.
Did the bones actually run the whole depth of this?
Yeah, all the way down to the
Wow.
to the ground level of the structure. Pretty much the entire ground floor of the place is a burial site, right? Even though we're walking on this section, this pavement and bricks has hidden the pattern of a rectangle that you can still find on this side, right? So we're pretty much standing all the time about these graves. These graves had this depth of 10 feet, and clearly you couldn't possibly fit bodies of the 40 or 50 people
Of course.
that are showcased here as skeletons. Again, they became like deposits of the bones that were collected from the very graves, so they gained more room for more new burials in those spaces. But later when they opened the doors of this monastery to the general public, is that they showcased and sorted out and presented the way you find them today. You see certain skulls that have evidence of pre-Columbian, pre-Incan practices, such as a surgical procedure that was called trepanning, which was cutting with a very rustic knife a section of bone of the skull to drain the blood from the bellic combat, on the battlefield. So that saved the life of that soldier. And there's that, and there's also deformations of skull that were performed roughly 2,500 years ago by this ancient society in the south of Lima. And the reason why they might be here, even though they come from a different time and context, is simply because looting is a very common practice. It's a crime, but it's still very common on the coast. So if at one point they ran out of bones or were short bones, they might have collected bones that came from a different source on the coast. So hard to tell whose bones are here, right? This place was not treated as a cemetery in a way they didn't have a placard with a name or a number, right? And people, relatives didn't come and visit this place. I mean, they lived with the tranquility of knowing that the relative was, met eternal rest beneath the house of God.
Right.
And that was enough.
I see.
That was enough.
So until 1810, this was used until 1810?
Yes, correct.
Do we know any idea like how many bodies in this one area here?
The estimation from records they have gives a number that roughly goes around 20,000, right? There are traces of an old water canal that connected the river with this space, so this might have actually been designed as a water cistern.
Oh, okay.
Right? The river is right behind us. This property is developed right next to the river. In the event of a water shortage, of a drought, who would be the institution that had access to the vital resource? Well, the church, right? And then all the time, they eventually use this as another corner of a property to pile all the bones that they were collecting from those graves, right?
Adrian, this is, a precept doesn't do it justice. This is amazing.
It's amazing, right? This is back in a time when things were made with patience. So it took a long time to finish this wood carving. This is cedar timber that was brought all the way from Central America, from Nicaragua. It kind of depicts the constellations and stars up in the sky.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Does it remind you of any place, any style?
Yeah, this looks, Moorish, like.
Right?
It's
Southern Spanish, just like in the Alhambra
That's right. That's why I saw. Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of stars. That's very Moorish.
I'm a huge history nerd. I love history and world history, and
Can tell.
to see all these amazing artifacts, and of course the reverence of this incredible place. What is something that you would like people back home watching this, or of course watching this online or abroad, to know about Lima, about this place? You know, it's a very special place.
Lima and the Peruvian coast in general has its own essence, and it has a lot more to offer. So Lima has been the most important capital in the New World for a long time. Archaeologically, you can go forever and at least find pyramids built already by 5,500 years ago in Lima, Peru. That pretty much puts us in a map for cradles of civilizations. But history aside, come back to enjoy our food and our drinks. So Lima has become, and awarded by the World Travel Awards for the last 8 consecutive years, the gastronomic destination for the New World. So please come back, just have a blast, getting to explore every hole in the wall to the fanciest restaurants in the country, and you have a tremendous time.
After an engulfing, slightly eerie, and extremely educational experience at the San Francisco Monastery, leading us through the lively lanes of the Miraflores district, Lima legend and local lore master Adrian dished out delicious details about Peru's fabulous fruits and vibrant vegetables, key components to all the flavorful food and drinks that we've been enjoying throughout our journey here in Peru.
My mom used to go to supermarkets, right? Back in the 80s, 90s, people didn't want to go to markets. They were like downgraded. But now that they're back in time to be trendy, they all come and do the shopping in these markets because you only have a certain variety of fruits in these markets and not in supermarkets. This is the one where chefs come. And because it's an emblematic monument that has been designated historic monument of Miraflores, they are now working in its restoration. And so a lot of those stalls for fruits and vegetables and spices have been moved out here. So we're gonna taste some of his fruits if you come with me over here. By the way, and as we cross this section, you know, Peru has 16 different families of chili peppers, right? And I would say one of the fundamental pillars in the Peruvian cuisine is that pepper over here next to carrots, that's orange color. We call that the yellow pepper because when you mix in a blender, it gives you a yellow color paste. In the Scoville scale, this is 20,000 only. In North Carolina, I have a pepper which is 2.5 million Scovilles. That burns like hell. The other fundamental pillar in our cuisine is the yellow starchy potatoes, right? And this one, particularly yellow and red skin, is called peruanita, like the little Peruvian potato. Has a great balance of water and starch. So it goes perfectly cooked when you fry, when you bake it, when you make anything with it, pretty much. So this is one of the very old popular fruits in the pre-Incan times. It's called pepino. It looks like a peach with purple stripes. It smells like a melon, tastes like a honeydew. This is actually in a family of peppers.
It's so juicy. It's like a star fruit and honeydew melon crossover. Yeah.
That sounds really good. I like both.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
I don't know. Is that what you got?
Yeah, nice texture.
Texture. Okay. Looks very refreshing.
Oh, yeah, it is.
He said it's a pepper.
It's a pepper?
Pepper family?
I think that's what he said.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, it's not a pepper. It's good.
You can eat the skin. It's not poisonous.
It's not-
Yeah.
Yeah, so usually when the locals tell you don't eat something, you don't want
No,
to eat the thing, right? Yeah.
Right.
That'll ruin the vacation, definitely. Most definitely. So if this is at home, would you guys, this is something you would buy?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
Right.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Okay.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Chirimoya is a Quechuan Inca name, okay? You know, the language of the Incas was very different from Spanish. And chiri means cold, and moya means seeds, the cold seeds. So this grows all the way actually from the coast up into the higher mountains. By the way, anything that grows big in Peru is big because of how good our land is and the weather. Inside has a white color, almond-like black seeds. Now the connoisseurs describe these as combination of pineapple, strawberry, and banana. It's very tasty, very rich, creamy, very creamy. This makes a good smoothie, you know, and a great ice cream as well. Peru is one of the mega diverse countries on Earth. There are 114 life zones in the world. Peru has 84 out of the 114. So we, used to promote the country as the world's catalog. So every little piece of the world is found somewhere in Peru. Do you recognize any of them?
Dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit, prickly pear, right? Yeah, the prickly pear is a fruit that, by the way, in Spanish is called tuna, like the fish, and the fish is called atún, by the way. Tuna grows on this nopal cactus that has round pads, so this is hanging from it. But it's also the plant where they deliberately allow these parasite beetles. It's a bug that sticks to the pads of a cactus, and so it sucks all the fluids that it finds inside the plant. Fluids that, if the parasite were not around, would go into the fruit, so it concentrates these red to purple tonalities of color. The reason why the farmers allow the parasite to come around is because they dry this parasite beetle called the cochineal, and they use that in the cosmetic industry to make lipsticks, in the textile industry to dye and color the weaving patterns, and also in the food industry. You like M&Ms? Red M&Ms are colored with the parasite beetle from its cactus. That was old school. Then they color with the red 6 until it was found to be cancer causing. But now that it was found to be cancer causing, they have stepped back into coloring with cochineal again, right? Red M&M. So that's tuna. But this is one of the fruits that you folks will find in the buffet table the following days in the hotel. So have a good chance to try it there. Now, what you call the dragon fruit here is quite different from the pink color, longer green leaves dragon fruit that you find in Asia. So this one is a Amazonian variety that's called pitahaya. It's much tastier than the pink color one, which we also grow right here, right? This to me tastes like green grapes, and it's a great natural laxative. The next stop is in 1 hour, okay? So now it's all right if you have only a bite. Not going anywhere if you have a bite, it's okay. I'll try this.
Sensitive.
You're sensitive? So, who else has a constipation problem? No, you're not going anywhere with one bite, it's okay. It's if you eat the whole fruit, of course. It's a good one, you like it. Try it, no? All right.
So, what is that you have?
It's a relative of the dragon fruit. Kind of looks like a
Okay.
kiwi.
It does look. It looks like a white kiwi.
Yes, it does. It's quite delicious.
It is. That's the one he was saying that it's also a good laxative, right? Yeah, yeah. So you didn't have too much of that, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
just a bite.
Max, how was the flavor? How was that?
Oh, it's sweeter than the dragon fruit that I've had.
Okay.
Yes,
It's-
I actually like it better.
You like some better?
Yes, because it's sweeter.
So you enjoying the fruit so far? The Miraflores fruit experience?
I like this one that was like sour sap.
Number
The
one.
first
the first
one.
one. First one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sanki is A-N-K-I. Is a very tart fruit. If you like sour fruits, this is your kind of fruit. And it has a great concentration, of course, of vitamin C. And it looks like a kiwi inside. So this one, if you have the courage to try it, if you like sour, it's like a shot of vitamin C. It's very juicy. See how juicy it is. And you might want to shot the face of the one who's tasting it. Who wants to try this?
Okay.
You try it. I don't want
Okay.
All right.
Mamma mia!
You were so into it.
It
You're
is,
so,
it is sour.
it is like Sour Patch Kids kind of sour, or even more sour.
More sour.
More sour.
So I'm thinking my
Your
Emotions,
pleasure.
yeah, my
You're
pleasure.
picking the enjoyment portion of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
but it is good, but it's very, very
Very sour.
sour.
You're a good actor, Mike. You're a good actor, good tour manager, great actor.
You know what? A lot of these
Thank you.
fruits that I'm showing
Thank you.
That's cacao.
So, that's chocolate. Cacao, actually. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good? You like
Yeah,
it?
nice and sweet.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, sweet.
Almost like lychee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The lychee flavor.
I love that you're bridging that to people back home that can understand what it tastes like.
Almost like it.
So, of the fruits that you've tried so far, which is your favorite?
I like that first one that we tried. It was really,
Sour sap.
yeah, it was refreshing.
It seems to be the consensus. What about for you, Anwar?
The green one.
The green one.
Sour.
Oh, you like the sour one? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so that makes me transition to the next question. What's your favorite kind of liquor to drink?
Oh, pisco sour.
Pisco sour. On point. On point. I love that. You're representing Peru well. Man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.